All right, guys, so I want to talk about this real quick because I find that the thing that limits people the most when they're making their courses is that they don't think they have enough information, or they don't know enough about the niche that they're getting into to coach or make the content of the course. I want to stress, I've never made an e-commerce store, a Shopify store, besides our t-shirt store at Market Hero to this day. And HCOM is completely based around Shopify. The first version, the first coach that we had there, he was the one coaching and training. Second version, same exact thing. And you might ask, well, what happened to this coach? Well, this coach right here, he just wasn't crushing it, you know? And the new coaches that we brought on at HCOM were much better. And I also want to talk about, how can you partner with businesses that are already existing to get all the tools and services you need to provide a really top-notch product. So I want to talk about the first two phases of HCOM to just kind of use as an example. So when I was running my original ads on YouTube, I would notice I do pretty well, but I had a lot of trouble really scaling up fast. And in order to scale up fast, you got to be in a hot market. I discussed that. And I saw Shopify blowing up all over the place. So I thought, how can I get into this marketplace? How can I get into this marketplace? I've never done a Shopify store. Well, lo and behold, I had a buddy who was doing like $100,000 a month in e-commerce. And so I said, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a course. You just make the first 2 weeks of content so you don't have to put too much investment in. And I'm going to go make the webinar. I'm going to make ads. And if the ads and webinar make a lot of money, then you're going to make the rest of the course and you're going to coach in the group. And this is how we're doing it. Easily. Like we got to like $300,000 a month with a $997 course doing this. It just blew up just like that. Just like I thought it would, because it's a hot market. Applied the same scripts I was using. Pow. Exploded. That was that damn simple. Like, you think this is a big obstacle to you. I just want I found this person originally in a Facebook group. I said, who's crushing it in e-commerce? And who already has a course that they're already selling in e-commerce that's getting results? Who's getting results for people in e-commerce? Guy raised his hand. Hey, it's me. I said, okay, cool. Your course right now. Let's convert this to my course. And we're gonna take your course, make it my course, and we're gonna apply my much superior ad tactics and copywriting to your course, and we're gonna blow this up. This is the easiest way to make a killing in webinars and high ticket products, by the way. Like if I wasn't doing Hyros right now, this is all I would do. I would just go find people who have great courses and get people results, but don't know how to sell their courses. I would cut a deal with them, and there you go. This coach right here, he had a 30% cut of profits. So after ad spend, he would get the revenue right there. Easy. Because I'm doing all the work. He just has to make the course, and he pretty much gets to check out. So then I was thinking to myself, as HCOM was starting to age and it was getting a little bit more competitive and profits were getting tighter, I thought, all right, I need to make this a $2,000, $3,000 product. But how can I do that? Well, I'm going to need software. I'm going to need more engaged coaches. I'm going to need like 2 or 3 coaches. I'm going to need a really good coach where we go all in on, like a really good course. It's got incredible results. And so I reached out I found people who had done exactly that. Who has software? My buddy Devin. And who has courses to get results and good coaches? Devin. All right. And he has his coach, Matt, who helps him with the stuff. And Matt is known to get really good results for people. So this is like a super good deal right here. Because what I did is said, how can I charge $2,000? Well, I need to provide software. All right, Devin will provide the software. All right, how can I have really good coaches? Well, Matt will provide the coaching, and then we'll just hire coaches that they've worked with in the past that are really good at Shopify, put them in the course. How can I get a really good course? Well, Matt's really good at it, and he's getting a lot of results. And then you need to understand this, if you're lacking testimonials, find who can I find that already has a shit ton of testimonials? This is absolutely key. Who has a shit ton of testimonials? Matt does. All right, boom. Literally, day one, I had a course that was better than everything else in the market without ever doing anything myself. I had better software, I had better coaching, I had better courses, and I had better testimonials. Day one. Didn't have to do anything right here. Matt and Devin, I'm not going to get in a deal, but it's in my advantage. Okay, I'm not going to share our deals or anything that's going on there, but strongly in my advantage. And the reason for that is because all Matt and Devin have to do after we got the course is just kick back and let me run everything. And they just have to show up for some coaching calls, answer questions in the group. That's it. That's it. So it's a great deal for them. It's a great deal for me. Everybody wins. So you see how that works right there. I had the best course in the market without ever making a single video. And of course, I applied all the other tactics, and we've been working on HCOM for a long time. So how can you start this up as well? So the first thing you need to do is identify your hot markets. And then we need to go and find coaches and people that you can train or can train in these markets. Copywriting across niches is identical. Once you get in the script, it's identical. I've written for Instagram, I've written for SaaS, I've written for supplements. It's identical. You just have to understand the triple diamond or the double diamond exercises we're going to be getting into. And then here's exactly where we start off at. So where do we find coaches and trainers at? There's a few places you're going to want to look at. First off is YouTube. Find videos that are exploding on YouTube. Message the person. Say, hey, look, I noticed that you have a lot of views in this one category here. And don't find people that are famous. Find people that are getting like consistently 10,000 to 50,000 views a video. Maybe have 100,000 to 200K subscribers. Or even less. Find a hot market. You can even find people that have like 10K subscribers but good information. Reach out to them. All right, so what do you want to look for in a coach? Look for, first off, good communication when you're talking to them. Or I'll talk about the things we want to look for in coaches first after that, okay? So that's where we're going to look first off. I would look at YouTube because if you know a niche is blowing up, find who's making YouTube videos about it, get them on board. Say, hey, look, dude, we can crush it right here. And the beautiful thing about looking on YouTube is you also get access to their current retargeting list. So you can use that to start an audience that is magical day one and just crush it. This is such an easy way to get to 100K a month. Just find a YouTuber, you do the copywriting course and everything for them, run a retargeting ads to it, good to go. Now, next place is Facebook groups. Find the hot niches where people are talking and find the gurus in the groups. Most gurus don't make a lot of money, all right? A lot of them are like stuck at like 20, 50,000 a month because they can't run ads. Most people can't run ads. You have to understand it. Like if you can write copy and you can run ads, you hold the entire key to the castle. That's why I can do this over and over again in so many different niches. And so you go in Facebook groups and you find the gurus. So for example, in an Instagram course and HCOM, I found my coaches literally in Facebook groups. I said, who's killing it at it? Who's the best at this? A bunch of people threw in, like I literally did a poll. I said, who's the best at it? A bunch of people threw in a bunch of names. Okay. I linked up with a guy named Josue Pena. We literally copied his course that he was already selling over to my brand. We did like a couple $100,000 in sales doing it. It was the easiest money ever. Okay. Now I was working on HCOM right there, and Shopify was the hotter niche. So I focused on scaling HCOM, and we would sell the Instagram course in the back end, and we'd also sell it a little bit to cold traffic and Instagram targeting. So it wasn't super scaled up, but you see how easy that was. Same exact thing with my supplement brand, where I was making a course. We're teaching people how to heal their gut. I literally just went in a Heal Your Gut group, or I went on my Facebook website. Who's really good at this? Who understands these things? Got a coach. Boom, he made the course. We shared profit splits with him. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. So Facebook groups are incredible. Go into groups and do polls and see who's the best at it, or see who the gurus are and see who's selling courses. Now the next thing, go on JVZoo, Warrior Forum, wherever people are launching products, or find people already selling low ticket products. This is so easy. Like go in your niche and find the people. Usually they're going to be on YouTube. They're not going to be too hard. They're going to be in Facebook groups and YouTube. Find the people already selling products that are low ticket and can't sell their product, or find people that already have a high ticket product but don't know how to run ads for it. They're usually going to be selling it via their YouTube channel. Write the webinar for it. Get a split. It's in your favor. Scale to the moon. It's the easiest thing ever. You can do this. You can pump out like 5 products a month doing this. I'm not suggesting doing that. I'm just saying how easy it is to do. Okay? So this is where you're going to want to look for people. Now, when you're breaking a deal, I don't suggest going 50-50 ever. You're doing the copywriting and the ads. That's the magic part. Anybody can make a course, really. And you also understand how to make a course and run all the business sides of it. So yeah, I would not go 50-50. I would go and try and get them on 20-80, and no one's going to accept that up front. Be like, dude, all you're going to have to do is make the course, and I'll run the ads. I'll do everything. All you have to do is answer ads in a Facebook group. Okay, I'm pretty confident I can get this to 50 to 100K a month. And so you're just going to be collecting a 10, 20K a month check, borderline passively. How is this not fair? And then use that to negotiate from. I would always go for 30-70. But dude, there's nothing wrong with going 50-50. I'm just not going to accept that because I have a little bit of a track record, but 50-50 will work as well. You can also use these results to recruit better coaches or make better deals for yourself in the future. That's one thing. So like with the original HCOM, I was like, hey, look guys, Devin, Matt, I know you're rocking it, but I've already gone this webinar here. I don't need your product in particular to scale this up. I just need someone to make a good product. You're going to just sit back and get into this cash flow I already have going. So let's get this deal going right now. That's exactly how I structured that deal. Now, I need to stress this. when you're structuring a deal with people, here's the things you want to look for when structuring a deal. First off, have easy outs, all right? Only require them to make 2 weeks of content. This is it's Muffin 101. Because sometimes the course might not sell, and you can be like, hey, dude, look, course didn't sell. We only got like $10,000 sold. And so I'm just going to refund the people. And there you go. Trust me, it sucks having to refund like 10 sales of a high-ticket product. But it's way better than committing full-blown to a course, him making an entire course, and all those things, and it doesn't sell. Also, give yourself defensive outs as well as them. Okay? So look, you need to have something in the deal that says if they like stop doing their job, they can't just rip all the content down. Okay? And if they stop doing the job, you have to give them 3 warnings before ending the deal. Same thing with them. If they have to give you 3 warnings, there has to be reasonable clause to end the contract. And if you give them 3 warnings, and then you decide to boot them, have it structured like that, they're going to collect revenue from it for 3 months. Okay? And then after that, it's done. They have no access to it. Make sure there's absolutely no long-term deal set up ever. You do not want a person who's going to check out on you and stop doing their job and then bounce, and then you still have to keep paying them because of the brand or something. Never do a 50-50 partnership that's long-term. Never do a deal that's long-term. Never do anything that is not action-based. If the person stops delivering, there has to be an easy out. Now, you can give them easy outs too. Like, hey, look, if I'm not delivering here, you can take your content elsewhere. Okay? But you have to also give me 3 months of the content to actually go and replace the content or replace what's going on there. You can even set it for 6 months or anything like that. Like, set the deal in your favor. But make sure you think about exactly what's going to happen if this person starts sucking or not doing their job. Do not give them a license to the brand name. Do not give them a profit split on that thing. Make it very clear, like, hey, you're filling a void right here, and if you don't do your job, like, I'm going to give you 1 warning, 2 warnings, and 3 warnings. Then I have complete rights to void the contract, and you have to give me the content for 3 months while I go and replace another coach. And during that 3 months, you'll get a cut of it, but after that, you're done. Okay? That's it. You're done. Also, make it very clear that if they want to ever remove their content, they have to give you 3 months. Like, hey, look, you can't just pull the content like this. Okay? Also make it so that on sales that have already came in, that have already been sold, they've already got a cut of, that content stays there forever. So if like the course dies down or something like that, they can't yank the content. They can't yank the content and leave all your users without content. That's just not part of the deal. All right? And if they do want to yank their content for any future users or they want to cancel the plan right there, they still need to allow you 3 months to switch it out. So like you can keep selling, you can keep doing everything you're doing right now and selling to new people while you switch out the content. So the business just doesn't explode. You have to defend yourself in these areas right here. Okay? Do not set up any long-term deals. Again, I cannot stress that enough. Because you're going to end up paying someone for years for work they're not doing. All right? So the final thing with that is just always think about what will happen if this goes wrong and set up protections for both people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's completely okay. Then maybe after you've worked together for 6 months, maybe you can set up some long-term deals or something like that. That's how I would structure the deal with them. And I honestly, like, we did this almost handshake in all my courses, and it just worked just fine. Okay? With HCOM, we have like contracts and stuff like that. Now, like I said before, the easiest way to really broker this deal again is get them to make 2 weeks of content first so they don't have to make a massive time investment. That's how you can make the deal really nice for them. If you're like, hey, man, I'm going to need 40 hours of videos before we can even make any money, the person has to go all in and take a lot of risk. If you're like, hey, man, make the first 2 weeks, I'll even tell you what to put in there. You don't have to do anything until the course is making money. That's an easy way to get them to agree to the deal very quickly without any reserve. And so that's exactly how I would structure this. You want to go on YouTube, Facebook groups, and find people that are already selling products. And what you want to look for in a person is a few things. Look for people that already have testimonials that you can use. If they already have software products or other products they're selling, great. All right, if they have assets, you can include. And the way you can structure the assets with like software and other things they have is just give 3 month trials in your programs. Okay, so that way they get users on their software, you get free software up front for the users. Okay, find people that have experience coaching and already have a product. Maybe you can transfer a lot of the product over. Okay, that'll just make it easy. Most important, find people that are excellent communicators over time. There is no bigger sign that a person is going to stink than it takes them like 24 hours to respond to. If you see that happen once, fuck you, no deal. Never partner with anybody who has these like 48-hour response times and like isn't pumped up. You want to find a person who's very motivated and excited as well. Beyond the money. Like, go and look how they're behaving in their own Facebook groups. Go look at how they behave in their products. Go look at how they treat their customers. And you're going to have a really good idea of how this person behaves. Look at their history of launching products. Look at their ads. Look at the quality of their products in the past. A lot of times you might find a product creator who's new to creating products, but they try really damn hard. So like, don't just kick them off the train because their product quality is low. Like, I'm talking video quality, the organization stuff. Like, you can structure that. You can coach them to make a good product. Find a person who's really excited about making the products. And so like at HCOM, one thing I did with Matt is I literally coached him on how to make a lot of the product and like what we need. Like, I coached him on what to say in the pitch and everything. And that's not because like Matt's dumb or anything. He's an e-commerce runner. He runs an e-commerce store. So I'm going to coach him like, dude, this is how we need to structure content. This is how people are going to learn. And he did just that for me. Okay, so like also understand, like, your real skill set is structuring the course and making it so you coach the coach on how to coach. That's incredibly key. So I would also look for those things. So find people on YouTube, find people in Facebook groups, find people already selling products. They're not hard to find. All right, the most beautiful thing is when you get out of the make money online niche, most YouTube creators don't make much money. So if you can go and get them like another 10K, 20K a month while you're pocketing 80,000 a month, they're gonna love you. And they want ways to make money with their passion. A lot of them are like, man, if I could just get paid to teach people intermittent fasting and scale it up, there you go. Okay? And then look at how these people behave in their own businesses. Look at how they're answering YouTube comments. Look at how they're talking in Facebook groups. Look at how they interact with people. Look for excellent communicators. This is going to get you, if I was not doing Hyros and I just cared about money, I would go find hot niche, go find a coach, make a product, scale webinar, repeat. Hot niche, coach, make product, scale. I don't think that was the pattern I used there, but I would just do it over and over and over again. And I'd have like 5 webinars running in all the hottest niches right now. I think you should do the exact same thing. I really like growing SaaS companies, and I really like iron. And so that's kind of where I find my meaning at. And I don't want to be in the skincare niche. I don't want to be in the weight loss niche. I don't want to be doing that. But this is exactly what I would do if only thing I was trying to do right now was make money. This is all I would do. I would not run a SaaS company if all I cared about was making money, because SaaS companies don't make money for like forever. It's a terrible, burdening experience. But I would also do this in services. Like I would just make a $25,000 product selling to surgeons, and I would just do it over there. Okay, but this isn't the direction I want to take my life. You should do it if you just want to make money though. This is what I would do. This is the best. This is the biggest key to webinars that nobody does.